Welcome to On The Go Solutions TV. Today we're going to do a comparison between the new Samsung Galaxy S2, available unlocked and unbranded from Samsung, and the new Samsung Infuse, available from AT&T. Today we're going to specifically talk about the difference in size, processing speed, internet speeds, OS and user interface, as well as root functionality. The most obvious difference between these two phones, of course, at first sight, is their size. The Infuse does appear larger than the Samsung Galaxy S2, and it is. In addition to supporting a 4.5-inch screen as opposed to the 4.3-inch screen, the Infuse also has a 5.2-inch length as well as a 2.8-inch width, whereas the Galaxy S has a 4.9-inch length and only a 2.5-inch width. With regards to thickness, they're both basically the same. It's hard to see on the video, but there's no significant difference, a tenth of a millimeter difference in width. But where you really feel the difference is in the way they feel. Holding the Infuse, it feels like a large phone. It feels wide and tall. It definitely feels light, but you feel like your hand is gripping a large phone. Whereas holding the Samsung Galaxy S2, it does feel large, but doesn't feel nearly as large as the Infuse. I don't exactly understand why that is, since there's only very small difference, but somehow I feel like the Infuse has crossed into a new threshold of size where it definitely feels larger, which is great for some and maybe not so great for others. The screen on both of them is a Super AMOLED Plus screen, and they both support the exact same technology. As you can see, the colors are incredibly crisp, very, very vibrant. The pixels are just amazingly fine, and the colors are just very, very clear and beautiful and bright. Currently, these phones are both set to maximum brightness because of the film lights, but under normal usage, the view is just amazing on these devices, and the resolution is incredible. This is definitely a huge upgrade from any other screen that I have ever seen on any phone, whether it be an HTC phone or even Samsung's other great vibrant phone, which had a beautiful screen, or even, dare I say, the iPhone 4. This screen is just is insanely bright. When you get one of these and when you look at it with your own eyes, you will not believe how incredibly crystal clear everything comes out. Let's compare these devices under the hood. Specifically, we'll discuss processor speed, operating system, and the new user interface. With regards to processing speed, they're both running a 1.2 gigahertz processor. However, the Samsung Galaxy S2 1.2 gigahertz processor is dual core, providing an enormous speed advantage. We ran what's called a quadrant test to show the difference, and here are the results. For the Samsung Galaxy S2, it is literally off the chart. The next closest phone, according to the quadrant results, is a Nexus 1 running 2.2, and that is benchmarking somewhere a little bit over 1,000. The Samsung Galaxy S2 weighs in at over 3,200 quadrant. This tests the graphics processor, the CPU, the internet connectivity, the rendering of applications or the loading of applications, and a whole different types of benchmarks in order to calculate the score. When we go over to the Infuse, we see that the Infuse scored 1,100 on the benchmark, which is still very nice, but it's almost 60% less than what was scored on the Samsung Galaxy S2. And in real life usage, you can also feel the difference. Scrolling around on these two phones, it is very, very clear that the Samsung Galaxy S2 is supercharged in terms of its CPU capability, in terms of its processing speed. Additionally, the Samsung is running a more advanced operating system. If we take a look about the phone, we see that Samsung has loaded up this phone with Android version 2.3.3, whereas on the Infuse, unfortunately, we're still holding with Android 2.2.1, a significantly older version of Android. One of the coolest features of the new Samsung Galaxy S2 is the new TouchWiz user interface. Let's take a look at some of the advantages of this new user interface, specifically as it regards to creating and editing your home screens and your other pages on your Samsung Galaxy Tab interface. So currently we only have 3 screens. Let's go ahead and add one. We're going to edit, and we're going ahead and going to add a screen, which is right there. And let's go to that screen and add some widgets. Okay, as you can see, that screen comes up in edit mode now. So we can click on our widgets icon and go select from a whole bunch of widgets which are now available. Let's go ahead and add a power widget. That looks good. Okay, we only want 1, not 2. And we'll go ahead and add some voice widgets. And perhaps we're going to go ahead and add a digital clock, as well as our favorite, of course, which is the weather widget. Cool. Now we just hit the back key, and as you can see, we've added a 4th page, all completely configured exactly the way that we want and very simply. Well, perhaps I want to make that page my new home page. That's very simple also. Click Edit, and from here I can drag my newly created page and move over right into first place instead of my existing home page. And when I click the home key, there I go. It's really that easy. This is just one of the many advantages of the new TouchWiz 4.0 interface. We haven't finished exploring everything, but we're sure that there's much more good stuff to find. A great feature of the Samsung Galaxy S2 that you can get at onthegosolutions.com is the fact that when we ship them, they come already rooted. For those of you who don't know, rooting is basically giving you administrative access to your phone. This enables a tremendous amount more functionality and capability and flexibility regarding how you want to use your phone and which applications you want to run on your phone, including dozens, if not hundreds, of rooted apps that are available for you on the Android market. Let's take a look and show you how root actually works on this phone. So if you click on Applications, you can see that this phone comes pre-installed with the Super User APK, or the Super User application. This application controls root access on your phone. Currently, we have loaded several applications on this phone which require root access, including DroCap, which is a screenshot utility, as well as Titanium Backup. Let's show you how Super User controls your phone and the value of root for your device. So if you were to go to the market and download an application such as DroCap, when you run it, if you actually execute it, it's going to request Super User permissions. If you do not have Super User on your phone, the application will not work. Let's take a look. Now we're currently executing DroCap, and it's requesting Super User permissions. Otherwise, it won't run. If I click Deny, the application will fail. And if we go ahead and take a look at our Super User application, we can see that we've denied DroCap the right to execute. Similarly, if we run Titanium Backup, which is a fantastic program to back up your device, etc., it also requires Super User access. If I click Allow, it's going to go ahead and work. Currently, it's giving me an error message because I don't have BusyBox installed on the phone, which I'm currently doing right now. There we go. And if we click on it again, it works just perfectly. This is the way root benefits your phone. Titanium Backup, as an example, is a tremendous application which can help you back up and restore all your programs, your .com files, your SMS messages, anything that you want to do. It also has a lot of other functionality which enables you to either freeze applications, uninstall system applications, and the list goes on and on and on. Both of these applications have a great deal of functionality, and they're just one of hundreds and hundreds of applications that are available to you with root access. So don't forget, if you purchase your phone from us, all this is available from us out of the box. One of the best surprises that we received when we got the new Samsung Galaxy S2 phone was the fact that it supports USA 3G on the AT&T network. As you can see, we are currently running the SIM card inside the phone, and we have an H symbol indicating that we are getting high-speed internet access. Now, unfortunately, if you look at the reception bar inside our office, we get 0 cellular reception, so we can't do any speed tests here. But if you drop down the notification bar, you can see that we are on AT&T, and we are getting an H symbol implying the 850 1900 megahertz frequency bandwidth support, which is really, really terrific. Now, we took some time to do a speed test outside, and we were very surprised and very happy. We got almost 3,000 kilobits per second, which in this area is very, very good. It's on par, certainly, with the Infuse, which we had tested also, which is claiming to be a 4G phone, as well as the HTC Inspire and some of the other Windows mobile phones that we've been testing that run on the AT&T network. So let's go take a look and show you the results of our mobile speed test. We did take a screenshot image of it, and I will share that with you so you can see it here. Let's see if we can. Let's get out of here. Okay. And here you can see the mobile speed test data chart that came back. So we have 1,000 kilobits per second, which is considered fast 3G. Basic DSL is 1,500, and WiMAX 4G is considered 2,500. And here we see our speeds at 27, almost 2,800 kilobits per second. And I'll just expand that a little bit more so you can see. We're at WiMAX 4G, and this is us all the way over here. So we're at 2,800 kilobits per second. So like I said, we're very, very surprised with this great feature of this phone. Many people would have purchased the phone without the 4G, 3G USA network capability, but now that you know that it runs on AT&T 3G, this phone right now is definitely the hottest phone on the market today.